Hello everyone, my name is Joni and I am a Christian romance author of all these romance books and I'm also an author coach. And today I just wanted to finally, if you guys haven't seen it, I have already revealed the cover of my upcoming Christian fiction coming of age no spice romance novel called Whispers of Promise and Glory. I already released the two covers for the book, but I just thought I'll give you guys a video talking about the cover design process and a bit more about the Kickstarter, because this book will be launching on Kickstarter on the 1st of July 2026. So if you're interested about that, then keep watching. So if you don't follow me on social media or you're not following up with the YouTube post, and if you haven't seen, please forgive me, the sound in the background is my son, he's playing, so yeah, you just have to deal with that noise, I'm sorry. So if you haven't seen the covers, then this is the first cover, the green cover, and then this is the second cover, the pink cover. So you might ask, why do we have two covers? We have two covers because for the Kickstarter I'm going to be offering two cover options. So people who are going to back the Kickstarter or pledge are going to have the option to choose which cover they want for the paperback and the hardcover. This is going to be an option only for the Kickstarter. When the book releases publicly in October, the ebook and the paperback will have the green cover and then the hardcover will have the pink cover. But there's also loads and lots of other things that you'll be getting for the Kickstarter, and I'll talk about that at the end of the video. But before we get there, let's go ahead and look at the cover design process. Okay, so after doing the initial call and sending my cover designer all the information that she needed, this was the very first draft of the line. This is the very first line draft that she sent me, and I did send her a drawing. I always send her a drawing of what I want, so it matched the drawing quite well. But the only thing that I didn't like about this one was that the outfit that the girl was wearing wasn't what I wanted. So the top she's wearing is slightly different, so I just asked the cover designer to change the top she was wearing. And then I didn't like the placement of the letters and my name as well, so I asked her to move that around. And this was supposed to be a roundabout, so this taxi looks really small, just because I think she tried to fit it in there because my name was there. So I told her to arrange the proportions of the taxis to make it a bit more realistic. And yeah, that was the first thing she did. So this was the second line draft. You can see how she changed things around. She moved my name to the top, Joan Mbola. I really love the plane and the birds in the sky. I love the tall buildings, and the taxis now are a good size, and I like where the A-novel is in this one, and this is the top that I imagined the character will be wearing in this scene. So I was happy with this line draft, and I asked her to do the color. So after changing everything, this was the first color draft that she sent me. I thought it was quite good. I didn't like the fact that the girl was wearing white. I did imagine her wearing more of a red top in the scene that I described, and I also didn't like the fact that it was black text. So I told her to change the color of the girl's blouse and then change that to white text, and also change the font as well because I wanted to see it in a different font. And this is the second draft. Oh, I also told her to increase the brightness of it a little bit because you can see the brightness of this one is it looks slightly dull. And so she changed the text, the font, and then she changed the color of the top that the girl's wearing. She moved my name to the bottom. I didn't like that. I asked her to move it down so I could see what it looked like. Then I told her to move it back to the top. So because I wasn't sure which color I wanted to go for the text, I told her to send me different options. So she did this one with all black with this font that I like. And then she did one where the title was a bit of an ombre kind of color, and then she did one where it was all white, and then she did this one which was all yellow. So after looking at all of those, I decided to go for all white. Although looking at the all yellow, for the Kickstarter, the hardcovers, I was thinking of doing gold foiling for the the text written on it, so it's going to match the yellow on the background. So actually looking at it, this is an example of what it might look like for the Kickstarter. So yeah, this is really it's looking really good. But anyway, I decided to go for this one. So that's how we ended up with the first cover. So for the second cover, after I had a call with her again and I sent her my sketch, and I you know, discussed everything that I wanted to be included in the cover. This was this first line draft that she sent me, and I really liked it. It was just the fact that it wasn't the size, like it wasn't the, you know, book size that I wanted. So I asked her to put the color in, but then change the size, you know, that would be for actual book size, and send me the color. So this was what she first sent me for the first color draft. As you can see, the color is quite dull, and I didn't like the fact that the sunrise here, you could barely tell that there's a sun there. And also I didn't like the fact that the clouds, it wasn't so obvious that there was clouds in the sky, but I liked everything else. So I asked her to fix those things that I pointed out. So she made the sun, like the outline of the sun, a little bit more. And I told her to make the ombre, you know, a little bit more like obvious, and then add the clouds. And then if you can see, she now made the clouds effect there, and then she made the sun even more visible. So I really liked this. And so I asked her to add the text. But then also we're going to play around with like the font, and then, but I wanted her to have the same font as the first cover because I wanted the two covers to match. So I asked her to play around with the color because I wasn't sure if black or white would be good for the colors that we have in this cover. So we did all white first of all, as you can see, but down here it's not too visible. And then she now did white at the top and black at the bottom. And then there's this one, which the font is slightly different. And then there's this one as well with the white here and the bottom here. So after looking at all of those, I decided to go for this one. So this is the final cover, which is this one. It's the same font as the previous cover. And down here is black because you can see the writing, you can read it against the blue, the light blue of the water. So that's how we came up with the second cover. So this is the Kickstarter pre-launch page, which I am going to leave the link to at the bottom. So as you can see, the Kickstarter is going to be launching, like I said, on the 1st of July with special editions for this book. So it's going to be a special edition hardcover. This hardcover is going to have sprayed edges. So you're going to have sprayed edges here, which I'm going to show you guys what the sprayed edges look like later. It's going to have gold foiling on the lettering, like I said. It's going to have the character art, 3 pieces of character art inside the book in full color for the hardcover. You're going to have custom chapter headers and custom scene breaks. You're going to have a Cameroonian meal recipe in there. You're going to have the book's playlist in there, and just lots of other nice things. You're going to have the bonus chapter from the main character, the male main character's point of view. So this extra chapter is not going to be in the book, the public release in October, but you're going to have it in the Kickstarter special editions. So if you haven't followed the Kickstarter page, go and follow right now. The more pre-launch followers we get, the higher the chances that we are going to fund. The way Kickstarter works is that it's a pledge now, pay later, which means that the money is only going to be taken from your bank account if I reach the funding goal. It's an all or nothing principle. If I don't meet the funding goal, you will not be charged. Yes, you do have to create a Kickstarter account to be able to follow the page, but it literally takes 2 minutes. So I will leave the link down below. Thank you. Please, I would really appreciate if you go and follow the Kickstarter. It's important to follow the Kickstarter, especially if you're interested and you're excited about this story and you're excited about the special editions, because the higher the number of followers, the more Kickstarter will boost the visibility of the project on their platform, so more people and more readers can discover it. So if you've been sitting on the fence, or even if you don't plan to pledge but you want to support me, I would really appreciate it if you go and follow. I'll leave the link down below. It's the Kickstarter pre-launch page, and I will leave the blurb as well if you want to read a bit more about what the book is about. Like I said, keep an eye out over the next few weeks. I will be sharing with you the actual special editions so you can see what they actually look like, so you see what you're actually pledging for. I am currently in the proofreading stage with my editor, so the book is almost done, and I'm also formatting it as well. So very, very soon I will be able to order the proof copies and I'll be able to share it with you guys. So thank you so much. That is what my cover design process was for my upcoming release, Whispers of Promise and Glory. In my next video I am going to be doing a May reset vlog, and then in the video after that I'm going to be sharing with you the feedback that I got from my editor for this book. So yeah, if you're excited about these videos, make sure you like, you subscribe, and click the bell notification so you don't miss a video from me. Until next time, remember that the sovereign love of the one true God has qualified you to be his beloved one. Take care and God bless you. Mwah. Bye.